Even though I started my channel back in 2007, this was the first time I decided to film one of my outdoor adventures, December 27, 2010.
So I'm just going on a hike today. I think it's about -33. When you're out in these type of conditions, everything is way more difficult. English muffins in the tin foil and a whole ring of ham sausage. So I don't think I have to worry about going hungry today. I just wanted to quickly show a little bushcraft chair I came up with. This big log wedged between those two trees, I just had that as a chair. And I decided to get a little bit more fancy and more comfortable. I took out my burlap sack. There's different methods of doing this and different styles, but this is kind of what I came up with for today. So I have two little slots cut in the bottom of my burlap sack. I have a branch running through that, probably about 1.5 inches in diameter. And then I have a couple more going up that way. And you sit right in the middle, and it's so nice and comfortable. Winter, all the good wood's buried under the snow. Yeah. And the stuff you do find is covered in snow, it's wet. Yeah, wet stuff. I brought my flint and steel kit today. I have a ball of fluffed up jute twine. I have some resin soaked bark or fat bark for an accelerant. I have bird's nest, dry grass, birch bark. I have some fine kindling and some bigger pieces over there. I'm just making my way up this trail back to my car. Had a long hike today, and I just wanted to quickly share a story with you. This trail here, it doesn't look very steep at all, but it's actually about a 45-degree angle, and it's probably about a half a mile long. I come down here on my mountain bike all the time. It's the same trail. I ride my sled down during the winter. And about 70 years ago, it used to be a logging trail. So anyways, a truck had come down here to do some forebuying and got seriously stuck. When I came down for a hike, I could hear a horn honking, and I knew that someone was down here and was in trouble. Next thing I knew, a tow truck was pulling that truck up the hill. It was all bashed up. A couple of guys were down here. There was a bobcat down here as well with a chainsaw in the bucket, and they actually had to cut this guy out. He was stuck so bad. Anyways, he's really lucky, but he's going to have a huge tow truck bill. His car's all smashed. To get those guys down here with the bobcat, that probably cost some extra money. Getting too old for this. Big steep hill coming up here. On another little hike today. Just a beautiful morning. The frost on the trees is just amazing. And I've been hiking since just before sunrise. I'm just barely getting started and I'm completely wiped out. You can see I brought out my grill. It just makes things so much easier. You can have a level surface to cook on. It's all uphill after here. Finally made it out of the woods. Had a heck of a time trying to drag up that sled. Apparently going uphill is hard work. So I still got about 1.5 miles to go yet. Breather.
I'll say hi.
Oh, I can't wait till we hit some level ground.
Start. Oh, I was like, okay, it's getting heavy. At first I laughed when I pulled it.
Yeah, that's
That's the one you were talking about.
yeah. Oh. Can you explain our predicament we're in right now?
Yeah.
What happened?
We drove forward and got stuck. You're supposed to go backwards first.
Time is always an issue in survival. And this has taken a lot longer than I thought, including last week and what I've done so far today. This is about 6 or 7 hours of work. And I'm quite a ways off from it being complete. I'd mentioned last week as well that if I had a tarp, it'd make my life a lot easier. And even with my tarp, I got one that's about a 10 by 12 at home. Even with that, it'd barely do anything. It'd barely cover anything on that shelter. So I just wanted to share some of our beautiful weather we're having. And I'll see you later. So I just had to have a little fire to warm up and to dry off a little bit before I head out. I actually had a little bit of trouble getting that fire started. I had to cheat and use some newspaper. I always keep a couple sheets in my backpack. But nothing too exciting going on today. I just wanted to share some of our snow with you. So there's a dead fallen tree in front of me. If I'm lucky, I won't have to pull out my axe even. Just snap off a bunch of branches, have a quick fire. Grab these pizza crusts, baking sheets, some cheese, and sausage. I'm going to take this other lid, cover it up, and put it on the fire. There are lunches already. What I did is I crimped the edges of this pan so the other one fit right over top. Kept most of the ashes out. On all my trips to camp this winter, I tried clearing trail, but I always ran out of time. So today, I dedicated the whole day to opening up this creek using nothing but hand tools. Tell you, if it's not one thing, it's another. Last year I lost this bolt. I was going to replace it, but I completely forgot. And this one just rattled out. And I can't start my chainsaw because it holds this whole piece on. Fell out somewhere along here. It's buried in the snow. If I had a magnet, I could maybe find it. I'm going to try to wire this piece on here and see if I can keep going. Really didn't get that far. Well, that's it for my chainsaw. I just can't fix it out here. I don't have the parts, which really sucks because I just wanted to buck up as much firewood as I could in one day. Make the most of having my chainsaw out here. But that has changed. Got to bring it back, get it fixed. I only cut up maybe not even a quarter of the wood that I wanted to. I was on a good roll. Almost. The last thing you want is sawdust getting into your bar oil or gas.
Oh, for the love of why are you being such a...
Well guys, I'm officially ticked right off. Fighting with this chainsaw. I finally got it going. I went over to that spot way up that hill to start cutting up that log. And it wouldn't start again. Then I thought it seized up. I couldn't pull this pull cord at all. It was hard as a rock. I actually pulled the rope right through the handle. So I had to take apart this whole side of my chainsaw, start working that crank by hand. Finally broke loose. Welcome back. It's just brutal out there, snowing and blowing. I've actually been out here for about 3 hours doing some maintenance and work. I replaced the stovepipe on my wood stove. It's getting pretty thin and dangerous. Alright guys, just wanted to make a quick video showing my trail cam setup. Last week, I guess about 2 weeks ago, I got a pretty good footage of a moose. So I moved this camera over a couple trees and it's facing roughly that opening. You can see there's a bunch of deadfall around here, and I found the moose scat around the corner over there, and really the animals only have one way to come through here. So I got my camera pointed at a better angle and hopefully I'll get some better footage. Welcome back to winter camp. Today is September 15th. Oh yeah. Got some oyster mushrooms here as well. Today's lunch is a beef sirloin steak. Well guys, I can't wait any longer. I gotta crack this beer. Good evening. Just getting my Comatic all packed up for tomorrow. I'm headed out to my winter camp. Got a pretty nasty storm happening right now. Been saving all the bacon fat. So, as if a baked potato, bacon and onions wasn't enough, got some breaded deer liver. And the deer liver is so good. Nicely breaded. Well, we didn't get that big snowstorm that other parts of Alberta got today. It just missed us. We got a few flakes this morning, but that's about it. And really getting snow in September makes for a very long winter. Last year we got our first snowfall September 12th. And in 2014 we got about 10 inches on September 8th. There's a shot of my winter camp from up on top of this hill. It appears to be intact. I was really worried about that bear getting in there. dangerous for me to buck it up. I actually had the tree kick out on me, but I knew which side to stand on.
Well, I've had plenty of adventures over the years. This video could go on for hours, but I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching.